The secret? By harnessing the power of LifeWave's patented phototherapy, X39 uses light to elevate a peptide proven to signal the activation of stem cells. Think about it. These are the cells that generate and regenerate all the cells and structures of the human body. They're the building blocks for our organs, tissues, blood, and immune system. They also serve as an internal repair system everywhere. But as we age, stem cells become less effective. Their ability to repair damaged tissue is reduced. In fact, by age 60, they've slowed dramatically. But all that changes when just one LifeWave X39 patch is placed anywhere on the body each day. Instead of older and less effective stem cells, X39 supports the production of younger and healthier stem cells. This amazing level of control over your vitality and well-being was simply not possible, let alone this easy, until now. And the best part? Like all LifeWave patches, X39 is safe, non-invasive, and incredibly cost-effective. Look what people are saying about LifeWave X39. Backed by clinical studies, multiple patents, and 20 years of development, any one of these benefits would be impressive. But X39 is so effective, it can influence everything about your body. How you look, feel, perform, and heal. It's time you experience the power of X39. Live long, live well, live younger. Experience the power of LifeWave today.
A life empowered is closer than you think. We're all looking for a better way. Reimagine what's next with a new sense of exuberance. Why not power on like you mean it? Or power off blissfully? A better sleep is a better awake. You've never moved like this before. With the energy nature intended. Imagine reprogramming the way you look at the speed of science, at longevity, at exhilaration. It's next level rejuvenation. Take control of your well-being from the inside out and outside in. The light within is ready to ignite. Be the light. LifeWave. A life empowered is closer than you think. We're all looking for a better way. Reimagine what's next with a new sense of exuberance. Why not power on like you mean it? Or power off blissfully? A better sleep is a better awake. You've never moved like this before. With the energy nature intended. Imagine reprogramming the way you look at the speed of science, at longevity, at exhilaration. It's next level rejuvenation. Take control of your well-being from the inside out and outside in. The light within is ready to ignite. Be the light. LifeWave. You are a powerhouse of growth, of new experiences. You just don't know it yet. Let's change that, shall we? With innovation at our core, we've reimagined what's possible. Harnessing the body's natural energy flow with light. Backed by clinical research, X39 stimulates the skin with low levels of light to elevate a key peptide linked to renovating and rejuvenating the body. This life technology supports improved movement, recovery, and overall health and well-being. You are Generation Awesome. Shifting paradigms and creating new ones. We always knew you had it in you. Now it's time to prove it to yourself. Your adventures are only beginning. Discover the power and simplicity of doing more with X39. Be the light. LifeWave. An empowered life has no expiration date. We're all created to do incredible things, like conquer summits, catch big waves, and live our passions. As time goes on, our bodies begin to show signs that things just aren't as they used to be. Our energy levels decline, sleep patterns shift, and recovery slows. But our bodies are masterpieces of design, holding the potential to bounce back better than ever. With X39, we achieved something remarkable in the field of wellness and regenerative science that others could not. By utilizing LifeWave's unique patented technology, X39 uses light to elevate GHK-Cu, a copper peptide known to support overall health and wellness. Unlike traditional light therapy, which requires external light sources, X39 uses the body's own infrared light to naturally increase vitality, enhancing the body's flow of natural energy. For improvements in strength, stamina, performance, and overall health and well-being, with the simplicity of an affordable, non-invasive, non-transdermal patch. As we age, levels of these life-enhancing elements, which are associated with wellness and longevity, begin to decline. LifeWave invested 10 years into stem cell research, which resulted in over 70 patents. X39 was born to bring to the public a product that can support wellness in an entirely new way, supporting the production of younger, healthier cells with wearable light technology. Becoming a powerhouse is easier than you think. Harness your body's natural potential to maintain youthful energy and vitality, because life comes at you fast, but it doesn't have to pass you by. Live long, live well, live young. Be the light with LifeWave X39. LifeWave.
We are on the LifeWave 20th anniversary incentive trip around the Greek Isles, and we are having the time of our lives.
Every time I see you, I'm caught up in the feeling.
People are coming from every part of the world, Europe, Asia, America. When we are all together here, we are just one big family.
We are just bonding and having such joy and closeness and so much love, feeling the enrichment of the bonds of real relationships that are precious to me.
You know, LifeWave is about love, and you got to feel that, experience that. And the only way you're going to feel that is to be with each other, and we've got to enjoy that this week.
Every time I see you, I'm caught up in your magic.
The Greek islands are just beyond beautiful, with all the blue water, the white buildings, the blue tops. I mean, it's just such a unique place.
The food, the taste, the smells, the air, the water, so much for the eyes to take in, for the heart and soul to experience here. So these are memories of a lifetime being made. I'm so grateful.
We're here in Athens. We're having a blast. Thank you, LifeWave. We're so grateful to be here.
Dream come true, and we're travel free, having fun. Look at these beautiful things behind us.
ライフウェーブを通じて今までも一つ一つ夢が叶ってきましたけれども、まさかこういった形で会社から自分の夢を形にしてもらえるとは思ってませんでした。本当に感謝してます。ありがとうございます。
It's a good place to gain more and strengthen up your business, who you are as a person, and how you're going to continue to build your LifeWave business.
The trips are literally a priceless experience. You want to commit to getting yourself locked in on the next incentive trip. It'll change your life, it'll change your business.
everybody.
Celebration 20 years in the making, packed into one epic weekend. A personal journey, powered by revolutionary technology. More energy, timeless vitality, lasting longevity. Now is the time to share the light.
Come on up, directors. Congratulations.
Thank you for coming to the LifeWave Global Conference. It was lit. We're already dreaming about next year. California dreaming.
LifeWave Global Conference, Anaheim, California, Fall 2025. Registration is now open. Be the light. LifeWave.
It is an absolute blessing and a gift that LifeWave has not only survived as a company these past 20 years, but thrived and grown as well. From our humble beginnings in a small home office in Beaufort, Georgia, to multiple offices in the United States, Ireland, Japan, Taiwan, the Philippines, Malaysia, Thailand, and South Korea, LifeWave has reached millions of people, bringing the gift of healing with light. LifeWave is a story that it should inspire all of us for the purpose of bringing out the greatness that resides inside each one of us. My dream to heal people with light was originally met with ridicule and skepticism. Yet, here we are today, manufacturing more than 20 million patches each and every month. I would like you to remember that when thinking about your own dreams, for with enough patience, perseverance, persistence, you can accomplish tomorrow what seems impossible today. Over the last 20 years, we have evolved as a business, and I am more excited about the future than ever before. LifeWave today is a health technology company, but as we continue to innovate and expand, we will unveil solutions to some of the most important challenges we face in everyday life. These new inventions and products will empower you to have a better life and freedom to live the life you want to. Thank you for being a part of the LifeWave community, and may God bless you and guide you on your own journey, living long and living well.
Hello? Can you hear me? You give me a 7-7 if you can hear me. How's my voice? Okay, somebody hear me? Good, good, good. Welcome back to Super Wednesday. A very good evening, everyone. My name is Pochu, the playful popo around the block. And I'm honored to be your host tonight. But before I proceed on, I would like to wish all my Muslim friends Selamat Hari Raya. And may this joyful occasion bring joy, peace, and happiness to everybody. Okay? So, actually, before I come to LifeWave, I was very skeptical, as all of you would be. So being skeptical is very normal, don't worry. But most important is that over the past 3 years, my perspective of LIFEWAVE has changed. And it has transformed me completely. And I can tell you, I'm not only just a believer now. I'm more to begin advocate. And I love the mission of being drug-free. Who don't want to be drug-free? Give me a 555 to support our mission. Because this mission is actually pledged by our CEO to touch 1 billion homes. So can you all be part of this mission to touch 1 billion homes in due time? We can't do it alone. We have to join force, correct? And saying so tonight is actually a very important day for you to get to know more about our product. And I would love to bring along the speaker of Super Wednesday. He's the life changer speaker. And actually, we have been together in this for the past 2 years, I think, I have heard. And frankly speaking, he's not like me, old papa. He's a GM, you know. In and out, fly here and fly there. But I don't know why he joined LifeWave. Because he said he loved to be healthy and he loved to relax. And LifeWave have really helped him to get a healthier life. So by doing so, of course, he would like to share and be the light to all of you, correct or not? And he's none other than a very experienced and a very advocate also of LifeWave. And he has been sharing all that he knows, all that he have learned during his 2 years, I think it's 2 years in LifeWave. Because even though he have a Lamborghini and a Ferrari to support, he's very happy here because the wife is happy, because the wife is actually being transformed by LifeWave also. So to not to delay his talk tonight, because it's a long one, you know, he's going to share with you the product, he's going to share with you the business. Who don't want to make money, USD? So let us bring Alfred, who is the GM for the past 23 years. Now, being the senior director in LifeWave, is actually transforming more and more life than he was a GM. Correct or not? So let the floor to Alfred. Alfred, the floor is yours. So let us see what he can help us to understand LifeWave. Okay? Jot down whatever you want to jot. Okay, the floor is yours, Alfred.
Thank you, Pochu. Wow, another amazing introduction. Thank you. You make me fly again. Okay, basically, yes, I was a corporate guy. Yeah, I had to run all over the place, and then basically my health started failing me, and I was very lucky to be able to find LifeWave. So tonight, in our webinar, I will try to help all of us here discover how to regain back your health, meaning, and never be carrying your chronic illnesses anymore. Then the second thing which we are going to explore tonight is how to generate wealth to alter your family's life. All right, and I'm sure I've heard many success stories of LifeWave changing lives, changing families throughout the world. Okay, and that will actually serve your greater purpose. And last but not least, I want to say, open your mind, listen to tonight's business opportunity presentation, and end your self-sabotage. End it, so that you can build a team and network to fulfill your highest potential, right? So without any further ado, let me share my screen tonight. Okay. Now, I'm sure you are looking at my screen, right? So, LifeWave basically has done a lot for me in terms of my wife's health, as you know, right? So, I normally say if you have 1,000, everything else will be zero if you do not have the one. Correct? Everything starts with the one. If you do not have the number one, everything else will be zero. And the number one is health. Without health, you will not have family, you will not have money, and you will not have any dreams to chase after. And this is a reality, all right? So without one, everything else is zero. I'm sure you agree with me, right? So for my wife, she has very bad constipation and she has nausea and she has headaches, you know, every time because she cannot go to the toilet. And if you look at the screen here, right, I think you will see a lot of supplements. She is trying to take a lot of supplements to actually help her with her constipation problem, right? But we have tried so many things. We have tried, in fact, everything, to the extent that, you know, for her to go to the toilet, she even tried acupuncture, right? And that didn't help her, seriously, okay? So until we met LifeWave, and now her constipation problem is solved. No more constipation, and she goes to the toilet every day. So now before we go on, I would like to get this disclaimer out of the way. Tonight, we will actually look and explore how we are going to manage pain and what is inflammation and how do we manage inflammation, right? So LifeWave products are for general wellness and intended only to maintain or encourage a general state of health or healthy activity. So the content provided by me here is presented in summary form, in general, is general in nature and is provided for informational purposes only. Always consult your physician and other qualified healthcare provider before you start a new health regimen, diet or fitness program. Do not disregard any medical advice or, you know, or delay in seeking it. LifeWave reserves the right to change product prices or selection. Okay, so with that, let me get the ball rolling tonight. As usual, I will ask everyone. I basically did not know that there are 3 pillars of life before I joined LifeWave. Okay, all I know was only 2 pillars of life: nutrition and exercise. Okay, so what is the 3rd pillar of health? Now, the 3rd pillar of health is basically our organ function. And this is very, very important. The way we digest, the way we absorb, and the way we excrete, right? And degeneration is always the biggest issue here, right? And I'm so lucky we have found LifeWave to help us, all right? So, this recently happened. I do not know whether you all follow the news or not. Many people believe in taking supplements. But my question to you is, are we safe still taking supplements? Right. If you look at Japanese product, if you come across a Japanese product, what is your impression on Japanese products? They are very high quality, very good standard, right? So we do not suspect. But then this product from Japan caused 5 people to die and more than 100 hospitalized. Okay, so the Japanese government have to recall this Japanese health supplement, right? Now, we are all Asians, and when we cook at home, we use a lot of aromatics, which means garlic, ginger, you know, a lot of other things as well. But if you have high blood pressure, you will take high blood pressure medication. And high blood pressure medication is actually called warfarin, all right? Now, warfarin is a blood thinner, and basically, if you take together with garlic, okay, it will actually increase the effect of warfarin. Taking garlic along with warfarin might increase the chances of bruising and bleeding out, okay? So if you are high cholesterol, a person with high cholesterol, like me, my cholesterol was actually 12.63 triglyceride previously. Okay, so I did not start statin because I refuse. So if you take together with atorvastatin, lovastatin, rosuvastatin, the many cholesterol medication, and if you take the cholesterol medication together with your vitamin B complex, wow, it is very dangerous because it increases the risk of you having myopathy, okay, and it increases the risk of rhabdomyolysis. What is this? What does this two mean? This means that you will actually lose muscle control and your muscle will break down. Wow, serious, huh? Okay, so my question is, are we still safe with our existing healthcare regime? You think that you take supplements, it will help you, but then it's working against you. You know, if you take things like garlic, ginger, ginseng, ginkgo, you know, together with your medication, it is quite dangerous, huh? Okay, so now remember the second pillar of life, exercise. When you exercise actually increases the risk of injury and also pain. Why? Because of exercise, some of us will dislocate the shoulder, you know, have rotator cuff injury. Rotator cuff injury is very synonymous with badminton players. I have rotator cuff injury, all right? Concussion sometimes because you fall down, tennis elbow, muscle strain. I recently went for badminton game with my church again, and wow, believe me, after 8 years of not playing badminton, I suddenly realized that I have muscles that I didn't really realize I had last time. So yeah, so you will also face meniscus or ligament sprain, you know, a lot of things, Achilles tendon, plantar fasciitis, ankle sprain, muscle strain, shin splints, everything. Exercise is good for the body, but it also increases the risk of injury and pain, right? So the culprit for us is basically organ degeneration. Now the question is again, do you see people having heart problems way before 65 years old? I go in and out of the hospitals and I see a lot of people now in the hospital. The age are getting younger and younger. You know, I have had people like 35 to 40 years old having heart attack. I have a friend which is 40 over years old that has 3 stents in the heart. 3, because 3 blockages, 80% and above. All right. Now, you will also see people having dementia, Alzheimer's, you know, Parkinson's earlier on in life in 50s and 40s and 50s. But previously, our brain only degenerated after the age of 70, you know. That means we only face Alzheimer's or dementia problem, the onset of these problems above 70 years old. That means 70 and above. Now we're starting to see it younger and younger. Wow. Okay, why? Because the organ degeneration is much faster now. So the question again to all of us here tonight is, what is the problem with all of us? What do you think is the problem with all of us? The problem is our body is losing stem cells very fast. This is a human life cycle. Our stem cells reduce very rapidly. Okay, when you look at this graph by the British Scientific Journal, when we are babies, we are loaded with stem cells. A lot of stem cells. But as we age, the stem cells production gets lower and lower and very fast. Okay, if you look at the age between 13 and 21, most of you are parents. If you are parents, you would probably remember your son stopped growing taller and stopped growing bigger at the age of around 17 or 18. All right, if you have girls probably will stop growing taller at the age of between 19 to 21, right? This is because at that age, the balance, the remaining stem cells are only 40%, meaning 60% of your stem cells is gone, right? Now, most of my friends are 55 to 60 years old. Once you reach 60, I do not know whether to congratulate you that you have lived for 60 years or say sorry to you that your stem cells is so low. Just look at the graph. 60 to 90. The balanced stem cells, the remaining stem cells in the body is only around 5%. I'm serious. This is clinically proven. All right? So what can we do? What can we do? You say, Alfred, take supplements, cannot. Exercise, got injury. Take supplements, I take supplements together with some vitamin B, you say I lose muscles. Ayo, what can we do? Now, don't worry. There is a solution provided by LIFEWAVE. Okay? That's why I say I'm so lucky to have found LIFEWAVE. Right? And the solution is GHK copper. GHK copper is already in our body, actually. It's already existing in our body. So how? You ask me, right? How? Now, this is how. Our stem cells actually decline rapidly as we go along the age, as we age, right? So our goal is basically to bring back up our level of stem cells, correct? And what products can actually help us do that? Now, LIFEWAVE has a product. This is the first and only stem cells activating product. All right? And what is this? This is X39. All right? So normally when we use X39, we actually also pair it up with Aeon to reduce inflammation, relax the body, and provide you with better sleep. Now the X39 not only increases the quantity of the stem cells, but it also increases the quality of the stem cells. Okay? So the functions of X39, what are the functions of X39? It elevates the production of a copper peptide or amino acid in our body. And this copper peptide is already existing in the body. All right? It's just that throughout age, as we age, the production of this GHK copper slows down a lot. Right? So our aim is to elevate back the production level of GHK copper. And when that happens, okay, GHK copper activates the production of stem cells. Okay? So when stem cells are produced, the byproduct, your body will also produce collagen. That's why when people use X39, they sometimes feel that, suddenly, my knee pain is gone. Right? Let's not talk about collagen for beauty first. You know, there are many users now having amazing testimonies that the product has helped them solve their knee pain, solve their joint pain issues. I am one of them. I have frozen shoulder last time. My frozen shoulder is gone. After 8 months, gone. You know, last time my left hand, I cannot carry up. Now look, I can just carry up my left hand. Right? Okay? So the byproduct of GHK copper, the production, is your body will also produce collagen. Okay? So it is clinically proven that the X39 elevates the peptide GHK copper and activates the stem cells. Okay? And this is done through a clinical study. We did a double-blind testing, which is the highest standard in medical experiment. Okay? Within 7 days, the people who patch X39, we tested their GHK copper level. Within 7 days, the GHK copper level increased 35%. And this is clinically proven. If you want this clinical paper, it's available. Please go back to the person who brought you into this Zoom call. I'm sure they will be able to share it with you. I will show this to you. The regenerative and protective actions of GHK copper. And this clinical study is taught in the National Library of Medicine. Okay? This is not what LIFEWAVE say, this is not what Alfred say, or this is not what Po2 or Super Wednesday team says, you know. This has a clinical study confirmed that the GHK copper has regenerative and protective actions. What can it do? Now, GHK copper has tissue repair for skin, lungs, connective tissue, bony tissue, liver, stomach lining. GHK copper also has anti-cancer activities and anti-inflammatory action. Okay, we are going to look into the anti-inflammatory side of things tonight. Wow, you guys, I have done some research and you guys will be so lucky. Tonight's Zoom is basically about pain and how to manage inflammation. Okay, so GHK copper has also DNA repair characteristics and it activates cell cleansing. What do you mean by cell cleansing? Our cells basically has a lifespan, and the immune system will basically or the body will actually tell the cells the cells in the body, oh, it's time for you to die, please go and die, so that the new cells can replace you. Right? So there are certain cells that do not die off. These are called zombie cells, and these are the cells, if they don't die off, they stand together. That means they group together, and these cells become bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and that is how you get cancer cells. All right, so that's a layman explanation, right? So GHK copper, you can have two choices. One is synthetically produced from the factory or naturally produced from your body. Which one will you choose? I would definitely not choose. I would definitely not go for the factory one. I will never choose from the factory. I will always choose from my own body, right? Because I already have. Why do I need to take, synthetically produced GHK copper? And oh yeah, by the way, GHK copper is also has been thoroughly researched. Many researchers have looked at GHK copper. All right. So stem cells, when GHK copper is produced in the body will naturally produce more stem cells. And what are stem cells? Stem cells are cells that is able to differentiate into more than 200 different types of cells. Okay. So it can stem cells can turn into nerve cells, intestinal cells, liver cells, cardiac muscles, skeletal muscles, nerve cells, a lot of things. So that's why a human body, you can actually donate up to 90% of your liver and nothing will happen to you. Okay? Within a certain period of time, your body will regenerate the liver again. Okay? But there are different sources of stem cells. There are three sources of stem cells actually. The first is, you look at the left, the top. That means you can get a donation from a third party. That means it is a third party donor. Okay. The second method is from animals. And the third method is from yourself. Okay. So I will never choose from a third party. Why? Because I do not know who that person is, whether he's a drug addict, whether he takes care of his health or not. We don't know. Right? And second of all, I will not take from an animal. All right? I will always go for things that is my own. Okay? So let's take a look at the X39. What does the X39 bring us? What benefit does the X39 bring us? So the LIFEWAVE patches work with light. Okay? It's like a mirror. It reflects the wavelengths of light, certain wavelengths of light, back into your body. Now, as soon as 24 hours after using X39, the X39 will help your body reset 3,000 to 4,000 genes to a younger, healthier state. It also boosts vitality and overall health and wellness. So, what does it do? It supports and relieves minor aches and pain. So you find that your aches, your pains, your everything will go off very fast, right? It improves mental clarity, manage inflammation. Yeah, we will see how to manage inflammation tonight, right? Using the patches and also make some dietary changes. So it also supports wound healing. It mobilizes stem cells and supports wound healing. Basically, it stimulates the skin with low levels of light to activate production of GHK copper and stem cells. Remember, I told you when your body produces more GHK copper, your body will also produce more stem cells. And when the body produces more stem cells, the byproduct your body will produce is collagen. Okay? So when that happens, it improves your skin appearance, it reduces your fine lines and wrinkles. And basically, it will allow you to sleep better. Meaning your body can repair itself. Okay? One advice, always try to sleep before 11. Because from 11 to 1, that's where your body goes into the deepest state of sleep. Once you miss that, you will not be able to sleep that well. You know, I feel it, right? So this LIFEWAVE is a very unique product. This LIFEWAVE is powered by our own body heat. It doesn't need an external power source, right? And it is non-toxic, non-transdermal, non-invasive. So that's why it is very, very natural, right? When you go to a doctor, if you have cough and the doctor will give you cough medication, right? Cough medication, do you think you can give it to your cat or to your fish or not? Cannot, right? Because the cough medicine is for you, not for the dog. It will not help the dog, right? So when that happens, it is not natural. LIFEWAVE products are very, very natural. We will look at why. Now, a product is natural when you can see it helps across the spectrum of human, animals, and plants. Okay? So it is very, very natural. Now, take a look. These are testimonials of people benefiting from the use of LIFEWAVE. They are different ethnicity, different age group from different countries all over the world that has benefited from the usage of LIFEWAVE. Okay? So you look at the top two pictures, left side. You look at this gentleman. Before he used LIFEWAVE, his face was like yellowish color, very pale. After using LIFEWAVE, look at the second picture. His face become very, very rosy, right? Now, what's the explanation for that? It means his heart is pumping stronger and better. And his circulation is better. That's why you see his skin reddish, rosy in color. Okay? So, you can see now it benefits human, right? So next, let's take a look whether it benefits animals or not. Now, you take a look at this testimonial, the brown dog. You look at the eye. The eye has some kind of glaucoma or cataract, right? So the vet has told the owner, this dog cannot get its vision back already. So the owner didn't give up. The owner invested in some patches and the owner patched her dog. So after only 10 days of using X39 stem cells activation patch, look at the eyes. Everything cleared up. Amazing, right? So you can see the many other testimonials helping wound healing and, recovery. So it also very, very evidently, it shows you that LIFEWAVE patches help animals. So we have seen helping animals. We have seen it helping humans. The last one is across plants. Let's take a look. You see this lady's finger is patched with a second-hand patch. That means used patch, right? And this used patch is put on the lady's finger and just take a look at the size of the lady's finger. So meaning, it works. The maid also told the owner, the maid told me, before Nana and Banana very small, this time all become big. The X39 very good. Amazing, right? And you look at the orchid. This orchid was not flowering for 2 to 3 years already. And the owner just put some second-hand patch along the roots area. And within 1 month, it flowers. All right. So you can see it works across the human, it works across animals, and it works across plants. So it's very, very natural. So how did it all begin? In 2024, energy enhancer was invented to elevate energy in human body without harmful drugs or stimulants. So the technology was to stimulate nerves and points on the skin to produce a sustained energy and increase endurance, right? So the first product that ever came out from LIFEWAVE was energy enhancer, and it was invented by for the US Navy SEALs, which increased their energy level by 22% and strength level by 33% within 5 minutes of patching. Okay, and this product was the first patent ever filed by LIFEWAVE. Okay, and because of that, LIFEWAVE was introduced to 6 times USA Olympic swim coach Richard Quick, and Richard Quick let his swim team use the energy enhancer. 6 out of 8 members broke their personal lifetime record during the Olympic swimming trials, and because of this, more than 1,000 people came forward to try and become LIFEWAVE distributors, because the product actually works and the product speaks for itself. All right, and because of this, the swimmers' patches went under suspicion. Okay, so the swimmers used the patches during the Olympic trials, and the patches will have to be sent to the anti-doping agency for testing. Why? Because they are concerned about the patches containing testosterone, which is a performance enhancing item. Okay, now using the patch, 6 out of 8 of the swimmers broke their record. Okay, now then the USADA, okay, anti-doping agency, was requested to look into the information provided to it concerning these patches. Then the UCLA laboratory report that none of the patch contained any substance on the prohibited list. All right. So because of that, news spread all around very fast, and basically athletes started using it. I'm sure you know who this is, Michael Phelps. Look at how many gold medals he has won. He uses the patch. Okay, and you see, I'm sure you know these 3 athletes: David Beckham, Serena Williams. Serena Williams is the world #1 in tennis, and Mike Tyson. Recently, he came out to fight again. All these athletes were seen very evidently using LIFEWAVE patches. Then you say, wow, Alfred, only Mat Saleh, only all the Ang Mo use, where got Asians or not? I'm sure you know who this is. This is Chef Wan. He was also seen using the patches, right? Now, LIFEWAVE is a very unique company where you can find doctors using the patches and also sharing the technology with other people. Doctors, many companies have also told us that, wow, I have how many hundreds of doctors using the thing, how many hundreds approving the product, but you have, who are the doctors? What are their names? You will not know. But in LIFEWAVE, you can see all these doctors there, the names, what they do. You can Google them up, you can contact them. Okay, so that's why LIFEWAVE is very different. So how does this technology work? Now, our bodies can basically heal itself, but reverse aging actually takes time. Your body can actually reverse. Bones will take 3 months, DNA 2 months, liver 6 weeks, stomach 5 days, brain 1 year, blood 4 months, skin 1 month, and lungs 2 to 3 weeks. So basically, I'm trying to share with you here, our body actually regenerate itself. Your brain is the 2025 brain. Your last year 2024 brain is already gone. No more. Total change. Okay? So, David Smith invented this DHC coil, and basically he learned about the different wavelengths of light being able to help. So how these patches work is, the patches will work as a mirror and it reflects back the certain wavelengths of light back into your body to actually produce GHK copper. Okay? So what is in the patches? Take a look. The patches contain amino acids, water, stabilized oxygen, sugar, and salts. Okay? It is non-transdermal, completely free of any drugs, chemicals, or stimulants, and do not interfere with any medications you are taking because nothing goes in through the skin. Alright? So how does LIFEWAVE patches work again? Another example I give you. When you go through a thermal imaging machine, you see your body in, having lights, emitting lights, red light, blue light, yellow light, green light, orange light, a lot. So these are energy. Where do we get this energy? We get them from the sun. Okay? When we eat the corn or when we eat the poultry like chicken or beef, they will get the energy, part of the energy from the sun. And when we eat the corn and the chicken, basically we also get part of this energy. And our body actually emits different wavelengths of light. So what does this patch do? The patch in the middle, when you see the white color part in the middle, you have crystals, all right, arranged in a certain way. Organic sugar crystals, salt crystals, hydrogen, oxygen, water crystals in a proprietary blend of organic amino acid. What does this crystal lattice do? It actually reflects a certain wavelength of light back into your body depending on what patch you are using. Okay? Then you ask me, Alfred, I have so many different lights, red light, yellow light, blue light, green light. Now, let's say if you are using Aeon, like the diagram there, it will reflect blue lights back into your body. Yellow light will just pass through. This is actually how the patch works. Okay? But 43% of adults suffer from health effects from stress. Okay? 70% of people experience physical, mental symptoms of stress. Stress can have significant impact on stem cells. If you have a lot of stress, stem cells will actually die off faster. Okay? So, all of us age. Aging and age-related disease. 80% of older adults have at least one chronic disease. 77% of us have at least two. Alright? Like heart disease, cancer, stroke, diabetes. Overall, 80% of older and middle-aged adults experience chronic pain. Chronic pain, 80% of older adults or middle-aged adults. Older adults means 60 and above, right? And people 60 and above, 80% are all on prescription medication. All taking medication, 60 years old and above. Okay? So, chronic pain. What is chronic pain? Chronic pain affects 1.5 billion people around the world. Alright, types of pain. There are 3 types of pain. First type is nociceptive pain caused by tissue damage. Second is neuropathic pain, which is nerve damage. Third one is inflammatory pain. This is an inflammatory response to injury or infection. Alright, so how pain work? Pain is actually when you have damage or when you have a cut, that place will send signal to the spinal cord. Okay, and then the spinal cord will actually transmit them to the brain and say, hey, you have pain. Alright, so chronic pain is when you have pain for more than 12 weeks. So for people here, if you have more than 12 weeks of pain, that means you are having chronic pain, persistent pain. So persistent pain, you will end up being less active. When you are less active, you will lose your fitness. Then you will have create a no-go list, meaning if you are asked to go for shopping, you will say, no lah, I don't want to go. Meaning that is your no-go list because you think you cannot do those things because when you walk in shopping, pain ma, right? So the pain will actually affect your sleep. Then you will get tired. You will be fatigued. And when that happens, when you do not get enough sleep, you will have stress. And fear will start to set in. Anxiety, anger, and frustration will start to happen. Then because of that, you will go and see a doctor and the doctor will give you medication. And when you eat the medication, you have side effect, right? Now, cholesterol medication will cause you to have dementia or Alzheimer's faster. Okay? Now, when you take medication, sometimes you gain weight or you lose weight. All right? So when that happens, people will say, ayo, why you so thin already? So then you will have negative thinking. Ayo, why I thin already? And something wrong with my thing or not. So you will have negative thinking and you will fear what's going to happen to you in the future. And when that happens, you will swing into depression and you will have mood swings. When you have depression, your boss will say, hey, why are you acting funny? Then they will say, hey, you better take time off work. And then you might lose your job. Okay? And that's where you have your money concern and your relationship concern. Okay? And when that happens, the cycle repeats itself, starting with persistent pain again. Okay? So the risk factors of chronic pain is age. When we age, you are more highly susceptible to having chronic pain, 50 and above. Okay? And most Malaysians are obese. Obesity will cause you to have chronic pain. When your body is overweight, your knees, your joints will suffer. You start to have knee pain, joint pains. Okay? And the third thing is smoking. Okay? Fourth thing is basically lack of physical activities, which all of us go through now. Every time after we eat, we sit down. We watch K-drama. Okay? Which is very bad. We do not exercise, we do not move, we do not walk anymore. Last time we used to walk to the sundry shop, about 5-10 minutes walk. Every other day when you need things from the grocery shop. Now you drive. And you park right in front of the door, open the door, get down, press your alarm, open the door, walk in, buy whatever you need, come out. Less than 3 steps, you get up your car and drive back home again. I'm also one of them, guilty as charged. Okay, so moving on. How can we manage chronic pain? So, chronic pain is actually difficult to diagnose, you know. You will actually require medical treatment. All right. Any pain more than 3 months is chronic pain. A new treatment option for chronic pain is stem cells. Right. So pain is actually a bioelectrical and biochemical phenomenon. That means our body has electric charge inside. There is positive and there is negative. Okay, now electrolytes can be imbalanced caused by the insufficient potassium, sodium, calcium, and magnesium. Meaning you have issues with diet. Okay, meaning you do not eat. Some people do not eat banana. Like my son, he doesn't really like banana, and banana is very high in potassium, right? So I got to, be very careful of his diet so that he actually gets potassium from somewhere else, right? So to transport ions, especially sodium and potassium is involved, the production, actions, potentials, other bioelectrical signals. Meaning what? Every cell in the body is designed to run at minus 20 to minus 25 millivolts. Okay? Each cell has numerous ion channels embedded into the membrane. To heal, we must make new cells, correct? I showed you just now. We must make new cells, right? To make new cells, it requires negative 50 millivolts. Chronic disease occurs when voltage in your body drops below negative 20 and you cannot achieve negative 50 millivolts to make new cells, right? Chronic disease is always defined by the body having low voltage. So, what are the common causes of pain? Common causes of pain are injuries where you have cuts, burns, bruises, fractures, sprains, and strains. Okay? Medical conditions, infections, surgical procedures, overuse injury. Okay? Now, uncontrolled inflammation actually causes our stem cells to die. Okay? At injury site, and you will not heal properly. So it is very, very important to control inflammation in the body, right? We have a product which is called Aeon, and Aeon can basically help you control that inflammation. Now, what is inflammation? Inflammation is normal body's response to injury or infection. It occurs when the body releases chemicals to trigger immune response, right? So once the injury or infection is healed, the inflammation stops, inflammatory process ends, okay? So there are 5 signs of inflammation. The first sign is pain. Second sign is that inflammation part will be warm. That means it has got heat. It is warmer than other body parts. Then that part will have a bit of redness, or the part will swell, or you will lose function of that body part. Okay, so pain, heat, basically redness, swelling, and loss of functions, all are telltale signs of inflammation. Okay, so what impact does inflammation have on your systemic functions of your body? It will affect it will cause neurodegenerative disease. It will cause you to have autoimmune disease, people who have skin issues. It will cause you to have cancer. It will cause you to have vascular diseases, that means heart issues, organ fibrosis, heart disease. Right? So what is inflammation again? Inflammation is persistent inflammation increases the risk of developing autoimmune diseases like metabolic syndrome, rheumatoid arthritis, diabetes, systemic lupus, inflammatory bowel disease, asthma, and other serious disorders. Okay, so your body's persistent response to persistent inflammation, your body will develop scar tissue or fibrosis. Okay, and this scar tissue and fibrosis, which is very bad, can happen in the lung, in the heart, in the liver, in the kidneys, or the bowel. Okay, so chronic inflammatory disease contribute to more than 50% of death worldwide. So be careful, guys. So the way to manage inflammation, or the solution for us to manage our inflammation and pain, is to use Aeon. Okay, Aeon is clinically proven to reduce stress. It is clinically proven to reduce inflammation in the body. Okay, it promotes relaxation, eliminates mental fatigue, increase physical strength, and have anti-aging. Very importantly, is clinically proven to decrease or to bring down inflammation in the body. Right? So, food that may trigger joint pain. Now, certain foods contain compounds that can contribute to inflammation and joint pain. So, you must not take so much of this food, yeah? Food to avoid: nuts. Oh yo, I love nuts, but now have to take less lah. Okay? Now, tomatoes and other nightshade vegetables, because they contain solanine, a natural toxin that some people may be sensitive to. Tea contains tannin. Okay, it can bind to minerals like calcium, making it harder for the body to absorb calcium. So, refined carbs and sugary drinks, that means cakes, bread, Coca-Cola, right? Processed meat, okay? Processed meat often contains preservative and advanced glycation end product, AGE. Okay, it also cause inflammation. All right, so anti-inflammation food now. These are the foods that you must take more. All right, berries, turmeric, ginger, lemongrass, fatty fish. Now our body also needs trace mineral. Because trace minerals are important for pain relief, you can actually consider taking avocado, banana, and dark chocolate. Dark chocolate also stimulates the production of stem cells. Okay. Now, potassium helps in basically anti-inflammation, pain relief, lower blood pressure, and it is recommended to take potassium between the ranges of 500 to 1000 milligram. Okay, I would advise you to take potassium gluconate because human body absorbs 94% of it. Okay, and if you take fruits like banana, potassium citrate is found in fruits and vegetables. Okay, so potassium will also help you regulate and lower blood pressure. Okay, now this research shows that potassium recycles nitric oxide. Now, nitric oxide is a vasodilator, meaning it will help protect your endothelium, meaning your lining of your blood vessels will become softer and more supple. Okay, so LIFEWAVE patches that support pain relief. First thing is IceWave, you can consider. Then second one is Aeon and even X39. Okay. Additionally, you can also use carnosine and glutathione to manage and support pain relief. Okay. And so with that, I have ended the product part, and now I will take you through, give me another 5 to 10 minutes. I will take you through the marketing or the opportunity side of LIFEWAVE. Okay, so why we do LIFEWAVE? Number one is the company. Okay, the company is an amazing company. It is a technological company, and our leadership, this is David Smith. Now we have just received news that he because of the water machine, I think it will be called X20, he has reached 200 patents now. Okay, and when you do the business, we can have distribution to more than 100 countries and counting. Okay, so this is a worldwide business. It can reach around the world, and basically LIFEWAVE support. We have offices in Asia, in Taiwan, Japan, Malaysia, Thailand, Philippines, South Korea, Singapore, and Indonesia will be expected by this year. Okay, we can also fulfill order to Hong Kong and Macau, and basically we have third-party warehouses in Australia and New Zealand. So these are the corporate offices in Malaysia and the corporate offices in Singapore. Okay, so why LIFEWAVE is because we do not have any competition. It's zero in competition. And number two is we are 100% science-based company with David holding now 200 patents. Okay, he was also awarded the Doctor of Science and Technology in 1999. Okay, for his work with stem cells. Okay, and number three is a proven technology, and athletes, professional athletes, world number ones are all using the LIFEWAVE patches. Okay, So LifeWave is America's fastest growing company for 3 years in a row. And for the last 2 years, we have won the Growth Award as well. So we currently have risen from 20 million in sales to 400 million in sales, meaning this is a 2,000% increase in sales. Okay, now we will be targeting 1 million in sales, okay, for this year. Right, so in you can see the four fastest growing company, 2009, 2010, 2011 and 2021. Okay, yes, this is the award, the Bravo Growth Award that we have won 2 years in a row, last year and this year. All right, 2024 and 2025, LifeWave has received the prestigious DSN Bravo Growth Award 2 consecutive years. All right, so why are we so proud of this award? Is because the rest of the world, the direct selling companies are on a decline in their sales, recorded sales, all dropping, but LifeWave is the other way around. LifeWave is growing like crazy, 2,000%. LifeWave moved up 10 spots to number 22, all right, from number 32. Yeah, so we also hit number 1 in momentum ranks out of the world of over 500 direct selling companies. Okay, and we are ranked as a AAA plus opportunity for 2023 and 2024, and I would think 2025 would be the same. Okay, so our company, we are expanding. You're in the right place at the right time with the right opportunity. Why? Because number 1, we have the products that people need. Okay, and number 2, with an opportunity to spread the word and build with us. Okay, so number 2 is the product. The product has gone through 20 years of product R&D. Okay, LifeWave has basically changed wellness, and our health solutions are backed by science, not what we say. We also have clinical studies, patents, and real life results, you know. So this is our journey. We started in 2002, where the product is invented for the US Navy SEALs, and this is where we go through 04, 05, 06, 07, 2011, 2015, and now the latest was 2019, where we launched the X39. Right, X39, if you patch 6 months consecutively, you will basically, it's clinically proven that your cells regenerates 8.5 years back. Okay, so what's coming in 2026 and 2027 is basically the supplements, okay, which is called Celagize, 1 in the morning and 1 in the evening. Okay, and the LifeWave water machine. I would suspect it will be called X20, but don't quote me. So number 3 is the technology, what is coming. Now, these are the products that are coming. Okay, so how much capital is needed to do this business and how to get paid? It's very simple. It's one of the lowest, lowest entry. Okay, now let's take a look at the compensation plan, commissions and bonuses. LifeWave has a hybrid compensation plan, and it pays out 60% dollar payout cap, which is very, very high. There are 4 ways to earn: retail commission, product introduction bonus, binary cycle, and matching bonus. All right, retail commissions, you earn 50% from your retail price. Okay, but this is what we do not do, because most of us as brand partners, we build the network. All right, now let's take a look at what this person, I'm sure everybody knows who this person is. He's Bill Gates. What he says: He says, if I would be given a chance to start all over again, I will choose network marketing. Wow. Meaning he will not do Microsoft, he will choose network marketing, right? And I'm sure you know who this is, the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. He says in network marketing, the whole point is not to sell products, but to build network. Do not sell products, guys. Okay? So let's build a winning team, and teamwork makes the dream work, okay? But it has to be with a system that is duplicable, okay? So LifeWave compensation plan, like I mentioned just now, retail commissions will provide you with 50% of the commission, which is what we do not do. Number two is when you introduce the product to people and when they invest on their health, you get a product introduction bonus, okay? And number three is binary cycle. Number four is matching bonus. I will not go through this in detail. If you want to know more about this, it's best that you get back to the person who brought you into this Zoom call. Yeah. So we also have many products, cash and travel incentives. Okay. So there are 4 enrollment packs available: starter, core, advanced, and premium. And these are the prices. And basically, this is a very flexible proposition. Your customers can actually pay interest-free, okay, installment payment. So if they come on with a core enrollment is 295, right? They get 3 X39s or 6 enhancers, either or. 3 X39 or 6 enhancers, right? Then they can upgrade, They pay 240, they get another 3 sleeves of X39 or another 6 sleeves of enhancers. Okay, you see, the price has gone cheaper from 295 to 240. All right, then from 240, they say, oh, okay, quite nice. I would like to have more product again. They can still upgrade again. Okay, they pay the difference 1215. They get 14 sleeves of X39. Okay, so if you want to know more about this amazing installment plan for your customers, basically you get back to the person who brought you into this Zoom call. Okay, and after the upgrade, you can actually ask them to buy maintenance pack. Okay, which is even cheaper. Okay, so we have covered product introduction bonus. Now let's do the binary cycle. Okay, now LifeWave works on a hybrid plan where you have binary and uni-level together, right? There's no flushing for 52 weeks, and because it is a binary, you can build unlimited debt. On the uni-level side, you have low entry for first level matching. There is no breakaway. Very, very important, no breakaway. Because when you build a business, you want from small, as you build the business, it gets bigger and bigger, right? If your person breaks away from you, then instead of getting bigger, you will remain at the same place, right? In terms of your earnings. Okay, so LifeWave were also very generous. They pay you 65% matching bonus across 3 generations. Okay, and this is a sample of your binary cycle bonus. Binary cycle works as 660 and 330. When you fulfill that requirement of business volume, the company will pay you 50 USD per cycle. Okay, so the binary commission example works like this. If you have 1,500 points on one side and 1,000 points on one side, if you cycle, you get 50 USD. The company will minus off 660 and 330, and the balance, if you can cycle a second time, the company will actually minus off 660 and 330 again, and the balance of 180 and 340 will be carried forward. Okay, so the maximum cycle bonus is 25,000. Okay, why they do this is because they do not want the company to overpay. Okay, so now basically everyone can earn in USD, and as a sharer, there is a monthly required purchase of 70 US, and for this 70 US, if you introduce people to use the product, you stand to make US 35 to US 405, depending on which package they invest in. Okay, as a builder, you are your monthly purchase is approximately 120 US, and the income range is unlimited. Okay, there goes the binary cycle and commissions. Now the last but not least is the matching bonus. Now matching bonus, you earn certain percentage from the people that you bring in, and the people that you bring in brings in other people. You will also make from their matching bonus. Okay, so LIFEWAVE, this is LIFEWAVE 2023 income disclosure statement. These are the income statistics for all US LIFEWAVE brand partners in 2023 who were active. Now the average earnings in 2023 would be 557 before expenses, and the highest level is of course Senior Presidential Director, and the average time to reach Senior Presidential Director is 24 months. Okay, now to work on a business, LIFEWAVE actually provides you with tools for success. The first tool is you get manager and director workshop once you reach manager or director level. Number two is basically public speaker or development training. This is how the Super Wednesday team came about. We are all life changer speakers, and we thank Jinlong for the opportunity that's given. He personally trained us. So if you are interested, get to the business partner, tell them that you are interested to be one of the speaker in the Old Klang Road speaker team, and training is for free. Okay, and the next one is mega seminar. We have mega seminars once or twice a year, every 6 months, which is very, very good. And we also have off-site leadership camp, which the picture shows you. This is the success camp in Beacon Resort, which we recently came back from. Okay, and we also have hard skills, digital skills, and training for your product introduction and for your back office training. All right, and we also have online product training conducted by our LIFEWAVE Malaysia staff and our country manager himself. Okay, will be conducting the open day. Okay, so these are the various back office resources, websites, applications, the LIFEWAVE InTouch app, marketing materials, the LIFEWAVE flip chart, the LIFEWAVE 20 years magazine, and the products brochure. The LIFEWAVE flip chart is available at the Old Klang Road showroom. If you want, you can basically drop by the Old Klang Road showroom to get the copies for yourself. Then we also have Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest, right? Now, people used to ask, Alfred, you say this is stem cells. How long do I need to use? And can I stop after using? So we normally advise people to use 1 month of for every 10 years of their age. Say if you are 30 years old, you use 3 months. If you are 50 years old, you use 5 months. And if you are 70 years old, you use 7 months. But please give yourself 3 to 6 months to use this. So these are the different various packs. And how to win with LIFEWAVE is 5 simple things. Believe in yourself. Your perspective and how you treat your business is how your business treats you. Invest in your own growth. Go for talks, go for seminars, attend trainings. Nothing worthwhile comes easily. I want to share this with you. This is from Wesley Clark. It doesn't take any more energy to create a big dream than it does to create a little one. Okay, very simple. Why do we believe? Because belief creates vision. Vision creates resolve. resolve creates chance, change creates progress, and progress creates success. Okay? Last but not least, not last, I want to share something with you all. Direct selling may not be for everybody, but it can be for anybody. Okay? LIFEWAVE may not be what you want now, but it can give you everything you want. Think about these two things I've said. Okay? So may this experience empower you to see the light, be the light most importantly, and start sharing the light with the world. Right? Always thank yourself for being part of this journey. Network marketing is actually a personal development journey. You will not realize that you have changed, but other people will realize that you have changed. Okay? So attend all events, be the light, connect and inspire people. And to achieve major success in life, you must accept 100% responsibility of your life and result. Nothing else will do. Okay? So why we say this is because LIFEWAVE, the time is now. We have what the world needs. We have the breakthrough technology, and you should take advantage of the technology of yourself and share it with others. Build a team of team builders and watch what happens to your bank account, right? And with that, I want to pass the session back to Po Chu. Thank you so much.
Wow. Thank you for staying on to listen to our speaker sharing. Did you get something from him tonight? If you did, can you please give him a thank you? Oops. 77 to thank Alfred for his awesome sharing tonight. Thank you, Alfred, for coming, and all of you for coming in tonight too. He has actually listed a lot of the things that I was about to say to you, so I think you would be very well versed. And since time is catching up, and we'll go for Q&A next week. Sorry for delaying your time, and we would love to see you again next week in Super Wednesday. And do come to our live seminar in Life Changer Powerhouse every day, which is from Monday to Sunday, and even on a public holiday, we are only off during Chinese New Year. So all these speakers are actually giving all their best, as Alpha said, to see the light, to be the light, and share the light. So hope you have learned something from Alfred, and don't keep it to yourself. Just keep sharing, and let us all have a healthy value, a life full of vitality, and a great lifestyle. Good night, everybody. See you next week. We'll go for Q&A next week. Thank you.